Who are the players to pick up heading into week 2? Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show. Let's start off with the players that are not likely available, but check anyways. Make sure Austin Ekeler is not available in your league. Probably not. He's not available in even one of my 14 leagues that I have in 2019, but check. This guy's a high-end running back 2 right now, and while I still like and believe in trading low for Melvin Gordon, because even when he comes back, let's say 6 to 8 weeks from now, he would earn you the value that you'd have to give up to get him. So I say go get Melvin Gordon now no matter what. And I think the odds are more likely that he returns sooner than later. But until then, Ekeler is a top 10 running back or top 8 to 12 running back. So make sure he's not available. Probably not, but make sure. Sammy Watkins, probably not available as well. He was on a lot of benches, which is crazy. I benched him in 1 league, started him in 2 leagues. So don't feel bad if you sat him heading into this week. I did it in 1 league as well. No one could have saw that coming. He had the TD before the injury, but the injury to Tyreek Hill obviously opened the door to more work in week 1. So Watkins will likely never have that kind of outing again, but he's definitely capable of being a wide receiver 1 until Tyreek Hill returns. Hollywood Brown of these 3 is the most likely to be available. He was a rookie. His situation was kind of cloudy. We wondered if his growth would be stunted because we weren't sure how this offense would respond. And while I like what I saw out of Lamar Jackson, I'm not yet ready to anoint him the player that I think a lot of people will heading out of this game. It was Miami. I am willing to admit that I was harder on him than I should have been. And fantasy experts can get things wrong. We don't get everything right. And this might be one of those situations where I was a little too hard on him, but I do need to see more before I just cast all my doubts aside. I think his running style, he didn't need to run in this game, but his running style will open the door to injury, and that's why I have most of my long-term concerns for Lamar Jackson. But in the meantime, Hollywood Brown looks like the real deal, and I have no concerns that he's going to get the football moving forward. They're excited to get him the football. They're going to plan around that. This is not one of those situations where we worry about workload or them easing him in. They're excited. The franchise is excited. Hollywood Brown's going to be used, and I feel like he was overlooked by 99% of the entire fantasy football population. He's on so many benches, it's crazy. But make sure he's not available. If he is, grab him. Considering Ekeler and Sammy are probably not available, even though you're going to go check, Hollywood would be the top pickup for the week. Real quickly, let's make a pit stop and talk about 2 more players that are probably not likely available in your league, but just check just in case. TJ Hawkinson and Deshaun Jackson, probably rostered in most leagues, but Hawkinson looks like a top, 4 tight end right out of the gate. He is this year's George Kittle, and make sure he's not sitting on waivers right now. Deshaun Jackson, too. Most people own him, probably buried on the bench. If you started him, congratulations. You did a fantastic job GMing your team in week 1. But check your waiver wire. Now let's get into the players that are most likely available in your league. Make sure John Brown isn't available in your league. He and Josh Allen have a good rapport, and Brown could be a wide receiver 3 all year long. Ronald Jones out-touched Barber in week 1. He's a guy to pick up. Gio Bernard might get extended run if Mixon's going to be out a while or hampered for a while with the ankle. More will come out tomorrow. Malcolm Brown, even though I still believe in Darrell Henderson, why I keep getting asked if Darrell Henderson's a bust already when he hasn't got a chance to prove anything. He had 1 touch when they promised 9 to 12 touches a game. More lies by that Rams coaching staff. Now, I can't control the Rams, and they may continue to not use Darrell Henderson and by default make him a bust. I can't control that. This guy has bleeding talent, and when they do give him his 9 to 12 carries or touches a game, he will, with his explosive home run hitting ability, more home run hitting ability than anyone in this entire draft class. He will pop 1 or 2 runs. Thus, they will give him more carries, and he will continue to do well. But clearly, they're going to use a combination of Brown and Henderson to spell Gurley. Gurley only had a good game because of his yards per carry, which is oftentimes a result of anybody running behind that offensive line. But Gurley had a pretty good game. I'll give him that. You can't count on him delivering with the amount of touches he got from week to week. So I think this is a situation where if you already have Henderson, go get Malcolm Brown and wait, because I think you'll get some starts out of the duo at some point. Which running back? I don't know. I don't know what the Rams are thinking, but if talent does win out, it will be Henderson, and Henderson will shine. Mecole Hardman could get extended run even though he wasn't utilized in week 1 with Tyreek Hill out, and with the game plan being without Tyreek Hill in it, they will incorporate Mecole Hardman more, and we should see him mature rather fast. Mark Andrews is a good pickup if you need a tight end. Randall Cobb could be a guy to grab, and it's worth mentioning that John Ross could be available in some leagues, and I would slot him right there with John Brown if he's available. And as I go through this, there's a couple names that like pop into my head. I just want to make sure everything's covered. Make sure Gallup isn't available for some crazy reason in your league. He looks like the real deal in Dallas, so go check waivers for him. Not likely available.